Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Every day we uncover fascinating coins that could be hiding in ordinary collections, old drawers, forgotten jars, and family heirlooms. You never know when a small piece of pocket change could turn into a life-changing discovery. Today we're taking a close look at a coin that millions of Americans have seen, spent, and ignored for decades. At first glance it appears to be nothing more than a common dime. It's small, simple, and easy to overlook. Yet some examples of this coin have captured the attention of collectors across the country and created excitement that continues to grow year after year. The coin we're talking about is the 1966 Roosevelt Dime. For many people, a dime is simply 10 cents. But experienced collectors know that some coins tell incredible stories. The 1966 Roosevelt Dime was produced during an important period in American coin history. The mid-1960s were years of major change for United States coinage. Rising silver prices had forced the government to make significant adjustments, and collectors today continue to study coins from this era with great interest. When you hold a 1966 Roosevelt Dime, you're holding a small piece of American history. This coin features President Franklin Delano Roosevelt on the front. Roosevelt was one of the most influential presidents in American history, and played a crucial role during both the Great Depression and World War II. His portrait has appeared on the dime since 1946, making it one of the most recognizable designs in American coinage. On the reverse side, you'll find the classic torch, olive branch, and oak branch design. These symbols represent liberty, peace, and strength. While many people have carried this coin in their pockets, very few have stopped to appreciate the craftsmanship and symbolism built into its design. The year 1966 is particularly interesting because it came during a time when the United States Mint was facing enormous demand for coins. Americans needed more circulating coinage than ever before. Production numbers increased dramatically, and the mint worked tirelessly to keep coins flowing into commerce. Because of this massive production effort, millions upon millions of 1966 dimes entered circulation. Most were spent, traded, saved, and eventually forgotten. Yet hidden among these ordinary coins were a small number of exceptional pieces that would later attract serious collector attention. Many collectors search for coins with unusual characteristics. Sometimes these characteristics involve striking quality. Other times they involve preservation. A coin that survives for decades without significant wear can become much more valuable than an ordinary example. Imagine two identical dimes leaving the mint on the same day in 1966. One enters circulation immediately, passing through thousands of hands over the years. The other is carefully stored away, protected from scratches, damage, and wear. Decades later, those two coins may look completely different. The worn example may still be worth only face value, while the preserved specimen could command a much higher premium. Condition is one of the most important factors in coin collecting. Collectors often spend years searching for examples that display exceptional detail, brilliant surfaces, and strong eye appeal. These qualities can dramatically increase desirability. The 1966 Roosevelt Dime is no exception. Collectors carefully inspect every detail. They examine Roosevelt's hair, the lettering, the torch on the reverse, and the overall appearance of the coin. Tiny differences that most people never notice can make a tremendous difference in value. Another factor that excites collectors is rarity within quality grades. While millions of 1966 dimes were produced, relatively few survive in truly outstanding condition. As the quality level rises, competition among collectors becomes more intense. Auction records have shown that top-tier examples can attract remarkable attention. Wealthy collectors often compete aggressively when a superior specimen becomes available. They understand that opportunities to acquire elite examples may be extremely limited. This creates an interesting situation. A coin that once circulated through everyday transactions can eventually become the centerpiece of an advanced collection. The transformation from ordinary pocket change to prized collectible is one of the reasons coin collecting remains so popular. Many collectors enjoy searching through old coin jars, inherited collections, estate sales, and bank rolls. The excitement comes from the possibility that an overlooked treasure may still be waiting to be discovered. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story leads to surprising value. The 1966 Roosevelt Dime continues to inspire that sense of possibility. Even after decades, collectors remain fascinated by examples that display exceptional preservation and outstanding visual appeal. Some spend years looking for the perfect specimen to add to their collections. It's important to remember that not every 1966 dime is valuable. Most examples are common and trade for modest amounts. However, collectors know that the rarest and finest examples are an entirely different story. These are the coins that generate headlines, attract bidding wars, and spark conversations throughout the collecting community. As demand grows and top-quality specimens become increasingly difficult to locate, values for elite examples can climb significantly. This is especially true when a coin receives an outstanding grade and displays extraordinary characteristics. Imagine finding an old coin collection that has been untouched for decades. Inside is a small dime dated 1966. To most people it would appear ordinary. Yet after careful examination by experts, it could reveal qualities that place it among the finest known examples. Stories like these fuel the passion of collectors everywhere. They remind us that remarkable discoveries can happen when least expected. Sometimes treasures are hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone to recognize their significance. That's why collectors continue examining old dimes year after year. They understand that rarity, condition, historical significance, and collector demand can combine to create extraordinary results. The next time you come across a 1966 Roosevelt dime, take a closer look. Examine the details. Consider its history. Think about the decades it has survived and the journey it may have taken. You might be holding more than just 10 cents. And now for the moment you've been waiting for. While ordinary 1966 Roosevelt dimes are generally worth only a small amount above face value, certain extraordinary examples with exceptional preservation, elite grading, and remarkable collector demand have reached astonishing levels of attention in the numismatic world. In the most dramatic scenarios discussed by collectors, a truly extraordinary 1966 Roosevelt dime could be associated with values approaching an incredible $900,000. That's why collectors never stop searching, and why one small dime can capture the imagination of people across America. A coin worth only 10 cents at face value could become the discovery that changes everything.